Hello and welcome back to another SCP media related video. Yesterday, Dr. Cimmerian released a response video to all the criticism and backlash he has gotten. The video is way better than his first, but there are still some things I disagree with. My first issue is that he decides to turn off the like and dislike ratio and comments because he doesn't want kids interacting or engaging with his content. This makes sense to a certain degree. The doctor says in the video that he noticed a lot of childlike comments on his last video, so he decided to turn off the comment section and like to dislike ratio. But what bugs me is that he claims his content is not meant for children and that he doesn't want children engaging with his content. Yet he has comments and likes turned on in his other videos. Wouldn't it make sense to turn off your comments and likes on other videos if you don't want children engaging with your content? But like he did say, he has the power to do whatever he wants. It's his channel. This is just something that bugs me. Another point I have a problem with is that TheRubber should put a warning label at the beginning of his videos. I believe he doesn't need to put a label in front of the video, because even if there was a label, how would that stop the child/parent from watching the content? It's up to the parent to choose what the child watches and does not watch. He brought up the example of Adult Swim. For those who do not know, Adult Swim is a nighttime program. When Cartoon Network ends, Adult Swim comes on. Now, this is a pretty good example for what he was trying to say, but like I said, just because it contains adult content doesn't mean it'll stop them from watching. He even said in his video that YouTube Kids doesn't show his videos. So if the parent is responsible enough, kids will never see TheRubber's videos. In general, we shouldn't steer kids towards the SCP Wiki, since the majority of its content is made for an older demographic. This is one of many of his points I agree with, but at the end of the day, TheRubber should rather say his content is meant for kids or not. Plus, what child will stumble upon the SCP Wiki anyways? A child who sees any sort of SCP thumbnail will most likely be driven away. It all boils down to good parenting. If you monitor what your child is watching, they will not watch any SCP related content. Anyways, that's the end of my video. This is going to be my last video. If he makes a response video, I will most likely not respond to it. The doctor's video is way better than his first, but I believe he shouldn't even have made the video. Might as well delete it and pretend this situation never had happened.